Hey beauties, it's Kylie here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get super cute waves, Victoria's Secret waves, loose curls, whatever you want to call it. There's so many different names for it. But I've had a lot of people say, hey Kylie, I can never get the perfect curl. I can't hold my curls in place. They always fall down. My curls are too tight, blah, 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 blah. There's, all kinds of things that can go wrong with curls. So basically I'm here to show you guys exactly what I do on all of my clients and what I do on myself. And hopefully this helps you guys out on a daily basis. Right now I have extensions, haven't brushed them yet. I have my pajamas on, so we're getting ready together today, guys. I did do my makeup, but that's about it. So basically in this video, I'm going to be talking about the products I use, and I'm going to be showing you guys what technique I use to get the curl, and it's going to be a pretty chill video. So if you guys are interested in how to get this, keep on watching this video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get on. So to start off, I'm going to be using my wet brush. I feel like the wet brush is the perfect brush for everybody. You can't go wrong with it. You can use it when your hair is wet, and you can use it when your hair is dry, and you can find these basically anywhere. I got mine from my old cosmetology school, but this is not the only one I have. I have many others, and you can find them from Ulta, beauty brands. You might be able to find them at Target, Amazon. You can literally find them anywhere. So right now I am going to be brushing my extensions through very carefully, and then after that I like to grab some type of detangler just so I can make sure everything is nice and detangled and smooth, because the idea behind having the super pretty and bouncy loose waves is having really shiny and soft hair too. So you definitely want to start off with a good base for your hair. Just like when you're doing makeup, you don't want to just put foundation on top of your skin without moisturizing it or putting on a primer. You always want to start with something. So this is not a very necessary step, but I like to do it. I think it helps a lot, so just go ahead and do that. And then after you detangle your hair or brush it or whatever you decide to do, I like to grab a heat protectant. So today I'm going to be using the Firm Hold Kenra Thermal Spray, and I like this because it kind of acts as a hairspray, but it also protects your hair from the heat as well, obviously, because that's the main purpose of it. So go ahead and spray some heat protectant all throughout your hair, and if you have long hair, don't be afraid to get product in there. Seems intimidating, but don't be afraid to. And then you're just gonna go ahead and brush that product through and make sure you got it all coated in there very nicely. Okay. And then if you're like me and you have not washed your hair in about 3 days, which is what you should be doing to keep your hair healthy and moisturized, grab your favorite dry shampoo. This smells like candy, and I recommend it because I will say a lot of people like to go for products at Walmart and Target and blah 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 because they smell so good, and this is very inexpensive, it smells good, and it's from a beauty supply shop. So this is the Joyco Weekend Hair Dry Shampoo, and I like to give it a good shake and then go through your roots. Don't be afraid to get in there and just kind of rub it through. Don't get it on your ends or anything. It's unnecessary. You just need to get it in the oily areas. So just make sure you get that all in there. And this hairstyle on me can last me up to 3 to 4 days. So this is great because I don't have to wash my hair every single day, and I can sleep in this and it still stays, which is amazing. So just make sure you get that really good. Okay. Once you are done with that, brush through it again. Make sure you detangle everything because that's the most important part of this. And whenever people brush their hair, I usually tell them to start towards the ends and work their way up, just because if you start at the root and you brush down, you're gonna get breakage, and breakage isn't cute. You want your hair to be healthy, and it'll be a lot easier to style at the end, so just brush from the ends up. Okay. So, once you're done with that, grab a clip, grab a hair tie, doesn't matter what you use. Depending on how thick your hair is, you'll probably want to section it once, twice, 3 times, it just depends. For me, I usually just do half up, half down, and then I'll put the last half down at the end. So section it, it doesn't need to be perfect. As long as you get it out of the way, you are all good. Okay, so we got half up, half down. Real cute hairstyle for the time being, I know. So I clipped it up, sprayed it, prepped it, we're all good to go. Now let's talk iron. So what I like to use is the 1-inch Bioionic Gold Infused Curling Wand. Now, a lot of people like the clamp. I personally am not a fan of the clamp. I love wands. I feel like you can do a lot with them. So I highly recommend getting this one. It makes your hair feel really soft for 1, and for 2, I think 1 inch is the perfect amount to hold the curl for a few days, but also make it super loose. So it doesn't matter what 1-inch curling iron you get, just make sure it's 1 inch or higher, because that's what's gonna give you the super loose effect. When I was little, I used to get the wands that had like the super thick part at the top, and it would get like super tiny towards the ends. You don't want to do that, I promise. You're going to want just a 1-inch barrel all the way down. I got this one from my local State Beauty Supply, which is where licensed cosmetologists go to get their stuff. I'm sure you can find this anywhere, Amazon. I'll try to link something down below for you guys just to help you out. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to grab the first section in the front, hold the wand down. Never hold it up, always hold it down. Take your hair, and I'm right-handed, so I hold the wand in my right hand, point it down, and hold the hair in my left. Now for the front pieces, you're always gonna wanna wrap backwards. So see how my hand is going back? That's what you're gonna do to get that blown out loose effect. So I usually do this for like the first 2 or 3 pieces in the front. And then once I get to the back, I start doing every other, going backwards. So I'll hold it, and I like to put my finger on top of the hair. I don't want you guys burning yourselves, but this is how I know that it's gone all the way through. If it's warm/hot, take it off, and it's gonna look like that. It's gonna be kind of tight right now, but trust the process. So don't do anything with it yet, just leave it to the side. Grab your second chunk of hair, and you're gonna do the same thing. Hold with your left, wand down with your right, and rotate backwards. Now for all the lefties out there, you're just gonna do it with opposite hands. Whoops. So just make sure you're going back. And then again, I like to feel it just to make sure. And once you feel the heat processed all the way through, we're just gonna let go of it. And there it is. All right, so I'm just gonna fast forward this for you guys until I get to the next section, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so now that I finished doing the curls, I'm gonna take a hairspray. Now this is an extra firm hold hairspray. A lot of people get really nervous of these because they think it's gonna make their hair crunchy and it's not gonna be very bouncy or movable. This is what you need to keep your curls in for days, okay? Even if you have resistant hair, I'm telling you, this works wonders. Spray it on your non-combed out hair. And don't be afraid to get in there. It's gonna be crunchy for a second, and then it's done. Now this smells really good. This is from Redken, and this is the Control Addict hairspray. Definitely recommend this. I've used so many hairsprays, and this one does wonders. So definitely look into this. There's not buildup or anything from it either, which you get from a lot of hairsprays. So after you spray that section and it sets, comb it out. Basically what I'm using right now is a comb that has two sides. This is what hairdressers typically use. There's one with finer spaces, or there's one with like smaller spaces in between and then thicker spaces. I use the side with the thicker spaces. And I recommend this over a brush just because a brush kind of makes it frizzy and makes it less bouncy and loose and beachy. So that's gonna be your first section of hair. And after you finish the first section, you're gonna drop down your next. Now that the section is down, you're gonna take your wand again and you're gonna do the same thing. So for the first couple pieces, depending on how thick your hair is, you're gonna wanna turn your hair towards the back. So iron down, twist to the back. And I recommend that if you're a beginner with curling hair, you wear the gloves that they give you because you probably will burn your hand doing this. So unless you just are amazing at it or you got some muscle memory in there. But if you are a beginner, definitely recommend the gloves. So we got that cute little tight little curl right there. And we're gonna do the next piece the same way. So you're just gonna twist back. And you're gonna touch it if you can to see if it's processed all the way through. Okay, so now that you got those two pieces in the front going back, you're gonna wanna start rolling the curls forward. I do this because I feel like it gives it a more natural effect and it doesn't look so uniform and it just looks a lot more natural. So you're gonna do the same thing. Left hand with hair, iron down, except instead of the iron being behind the hair, it's gonna be in front of the hair and you're just gonna turn it towards your face this time. It's all about the direction you have them in. So once that's processed, you're gonna take it out. And as you can see, this one is going back and this one is going forward. You're gonna wanna do this to the whole head. So now that we've started going forward, you're gonna wanna go back on the next one and forward on the one after that. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up and you guys can just continue to watch. Okay guys, so I finished curling everything and this is kind of how it looks. So the underneath part's been combed out, the top half still has not been combed out. I also forgot to mention earlier, I do have my curling iron set to 370 degrees. So really if you have kind of resistant or thick, coarse hair, I recommend upping the heat on it. As long as you have a heat protectant on there and you get it in there really good, you should be fine. Another thing I have to say is a lot of people do struggle with getting their curls to hold. Just feel through the hair as it's on the wand, like I was saying earlier, to make sure you can feel the heat go all the way through, because if you can't feel that, then it's not ready. So definitely recommend doing that. If you are a beginner though, I do recommend starting off with a lower heat and keeping it on there for a little bit of a longer time, just because you don't want to go too fast and burn yourself. So I forgot to mention those. But now that we finished the top, you're going to do the same thing. Shake up the hairspray, spray it really well. Okay. And then you're going to comb through it just like we did earlier. So take the wider part of the comb and start at the ends of the hair and work your way up. If you start at the top and you go straight down, it's gonna kind of make it frizzy. So as long as you start towards the ends and you work your way up, you should be fine. So I'm gonna do that to both sides. as you can see, it just makes a super, super cute, bouncy, loose wave. This is perfect for anybody and everybody. This is seriously like the cutest hairstyle you could do. It's so simple yet so bougie and so cute. So that's basically how I get everything working. And to finish it off, you can use like a dry finishing oil. Nothing too heavy though. I say like a dry finishing oil because it sprays out instead of it being more of like a liquid and like kind of weighing it down. The goal is for it to be super bouncy. So I'm gonna have all of these products listed down below so you guys can go ahead and check them out if you want to. But yeah, this is basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys have any questions at all, if I left anything out in the video, feel free to comment, feel free to message me, and I will get back to you guys as soon as I possibly can. So if you guys enjoyed my video, please subscribe. You won't want to miss the next video. And I love you guys. You guys are gorgeous. And send me pictures if you end up doing this. So have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.